Hi Leos, welcome. This is your general scope for the month of April 2017. And before I begin, we're going to talk about Mercury in retrograde, which happens April 9th and lasts till May 3rd. But the effects actually begin 2 weeks prior to the beginning of the Mercury in retrograde, and it lasts 2 weeks after it ends as well. And so if you're not familiar, I did bring it up in the April 3rd weekly general scopes, but now I have like a definite dates on it, on when it ends, because I wasn't sure when it ended. So what happens with the Mercury in retrograde? Well, first of all, Mercury is the planet of communication, so whatever has to do with communication will go awry, and I experienced that already. People usually dread the Mercury in retrograde. It can be quite challenging. What happens is your computers start acting up and getting a little funky. Your cell phones start acting up, getting a little funky. There's a lot of miscommunications. There is a lot of domestic disputes, a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments. What else happens is there's also a lot of car accidents on the road. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, you can feel the effects 2 weeks before it begins and still feel it 2 weeks after it ends. So again, it's April 9th to May 3rd. Okay, let's get started with you. Okay, lots of people for the month of April for you. It could mean a lot of things, because it could be, and I'm just going to say this now, it could be either someone you work with, like your boss, your manager, supervisor, a business partner, or something related with your business if you have your own business. Could be someone you go to for advice. It could be you feeling quite powerful and confident as well. But I just see a lot of people in your life for the month of April, lots of them, and I don't know where they quite fit in. But let's start off with beginning of the month. We have the Four of Cups, and fours are usually a card of stability. But how this card looks is you're kind of more focused. You're kind of tunnel vision at the beginning of the month, and you're so focused on one thing. You're not aware of everything else that's going on around you. And this is a card of surprise as well. So someone could actually surprise you with something, or the universe might surprise you with something and slap you over the head with it to wake you up out of this tunnel vision stage or mode that you're in. It's also a card of boredom as well. So you might be feeling kind of bored, kind of like, that's why you're just kind of not caring right now and just so focused on maybe one thing right now, or at the beginning of the month, like I said. So just be prepared, because the universe, like I said, or somebody will hit you upside the head and surprise you with something to kind of wake you up out of that daze. Next card we have is the Page of Pentacles, and this is a card of new beginnings, and it could be financial beginnings. It's also saying news could come your way. It could be financial, it could be time related, it could be an invite on a date, or just to go out with friends. What else? You could be dealing with an immature person at this time too, and it could be an immature person, financially immature, or immature time-wise. I guess not very time management, or kind of blows you off sometimes. Yeah, we'll do something, and then just never really do it. But what else is going on? But it is a card of new beginnings. You could be dealing with your own child or the child of somebody else. But and I also relate this card with the news that does come in. It could be premature, and so you don't have all the facts yet as well. So that's like I said, so it's still a beginning of something as well. So that's that one. Next card we have is the King of Pentacles. This is slow moving energy. This is a mature person, but quite confident person as well. This person is secured financially, but doesn't necessarily have to be, but is secured, safe and secured in some way. Like I said, well, he is a ruler, and he's firm but fair ruler. And this could be you, like I said, just feeling quite confident and secure in yourself. But it could be that of a boss, a manager, team leader, supervisor, so on and so forth. It could be that who is firm but fair. And this is a ruler, of course. This could be somebody who you trust and admire because he's so or she is so grounded and firm and fair in the advice that is given. So you probably go to this person for advice as well. So where that fits in, I don't know. Next card we have is the Hierophant. This is strict structure. This could be your beliefs in something that you believe. You cannot be swayed by this. This is a religious ruler. So, and if you kind of relate it with the church cannot be swayed one way or another. They're firm in their beliefs. So you could be in that position at this time, or you could be dealing with somebody else in this, you know, like this at this time too. But they cannot be swayed at all. They are firm and true and stand their ground when it comes to their beliefs, their spirituality, so on and so forth. But then again, this could be a spiritual advisor for you, who you go to for advice on spiritual matters. But then again, this again could be you, just feeling quite confident in yourself, but very stern, very structured as well. It could be you very well. That's all I kind of got on this one. It's a major arcana. You want to pay close attention to that as well. It might play an important part for you as well. That's about mid-month. Next card we have is the Queen of Cups. Okay. So this is emotional energy. She rules in the heart more than in the head. She's very mature. Older person. Doesn't necessarily have to be though. This could be who you go for emotional advice. This could be your boss, supervisor, team leader again. But this one has more compassion in the way that they do their job or how they rule. But then again, it could be you. You're at a mature emotional state at this time. You're feeling quite confident in yourself emotionally. So it could very well be you. So many things again with this card. That's why I say you have a lot of people in here, but then again, some of them might relate to you as well. So next card we have is the Empress. So this, she gives birth to everything. And so it could be a seed planted. This could be a mother figure for you. Maybe you get motherly advice from this person. But this is, so if it's the energy, then it's an energy of a birth, but a seed planted first, that's been gestating for a while, hasn't come up yet, or has not given birth yet, but can be. This is a little tricky for me, this one, but like I said, it could be another person. Could be again your boss, supervisor, maybe a business partner, and is kind of like a motherly figure to you, and is more nurturing. This is a nurturing card as well, so the energy is nurturing. And or this could be you at this time as well, just feeling quite nurturing yourself, or you're getting nurturing advice from somebody else. So lots of things going on with this card. Next card, or last card we have, that's toward the ending of the month, but like I said, energy flows, so it could happen anytime. The next card we have is the King of Swords, and this one rules in the head more than the heart, and is very logical. This could be it's an air sign, and so again, this could be another person in your life, and it could be your boss, your manager, team leader, business partner, who is more logical or thinks logically. But then again, it could be somebody who you go to for advice on a logical level, because they're so level, honestly level-headed, but they think more logically. They're really smart. This is also a person who can talk, communicates very well. So mature in thought, mature in communication. Very blunt and honest as well, and very trustworthy. And so if it is a person that you go to advice, this is why, because no matter what, this person will tell you the truth, and very honest, very blunt, even if it hurts. So, but then again, this could be you at this time as well, just thinking more logically, communicating more well. But again, remember, just remember, see, I'll be worried if it was reversed with the Mercury in retrograde, because this could be more cocky. You know, you get a lot of trouble with this if it's that way. But it's upright, so not too bad. But you still want to watch your words and watch the way you think. You also want to watch the way you react to other people, on how they think and communicate with you as well, because of that Mercury in retrograde. So be careful with that. So let's kind of recap here. You're kind of, at the beginning of the month, you're a little bit bored. You're a little bit blah, or meh, or however you want to say it. Kind of focused, tunnel vision on one thing, but you will get a surprise, or something will wake your butt up, smack you over the head, be it somebody or the universe trying to tell you something. So next card, then we have either you being or interacting with an immature person. Could be financially, could be time-wise, but it could be anything though, but it's on an immature level. So dealing with an immature person at this time. But you could be getting premature news at this time as well. So not all the pieces of the puzzle, or not all the information is there right now. It is a card of new beginnings. Could be the way you deal with things financially, or your time, more time management. Could be that. It could be you dealing with a child, or the child of somebody else as well. This is going to be a little lengthy, because these are actually dealing with people. So you'll probably be dealing with someone who is very grounded. Could be you feeling very secure in yourself, very confident in yourself. Or it could be that, again, of someone you work with. But is very very grounded, very firm but fair. Maybe this is somebody you go to for advice. So, but the energy is slow. It's a slow moving energy. So if it is an energy that you're dealing with, it's a mature energy, yet it's very slow moving. And then you're going to be or you're going to deal with someone who is very strict and structured. I have a hard time saying that. Cannot be swayed either way, is firm in their beliefs, stands their ground. Like I said, just cannot be swayed. It could be you as well, who is in that position at the maybe about middle of the month or so. Or you could be dealing with somebody like that cannot be swayed. But like I said, just be careful, Mercury in retrograde. It could be, again, a boss, or someone who is above you, who you get your duties from, but is very strict, but firm again, firm but fair again. But this could be you also as well. So but the energy is strict, structured. Okay. Then you could be, maybe it's somebody you go to for advice as well, maybe on a spiritual level as well. And then we have this emotional energy that you roll more with the heart than in the mind. Like I said, it could be a mother figure. You could be dealing with someone who has compassion, maybe your boss, your manager, business partner, so on and so forth. Maybe you're dealing with them, but they're very more compassionate towards you, or very compassionate in how they rule and how they do their business, or how they place duties and gives out duties to everybody. But then again, it could be you in a very secure emotional place at this time as well. And then again, it could be like someone you go to for emotional advice. And then The Empress, she gives birth to everything. Very nurturing card. So you could be in a nurturing position at this time, or somebody could be very nurturing to you at this time. And then dealing with a very blunt, honest, truthful person toward the end. I don't see it. I was going to say that these two kind of mesh well together. And it could be a coupling as well. The beginning maybe of a get together, a romantic level. That is very possible because the Empress is right in the middle, and like I said, she gives birth to everything. And it could be the beginning of a relation. Oh, hello, wrong way, child. She's in the middle of these two, so it could be a blossoming of a either a good friendship, or a romantic relationship. They do mesh well together. It's not a perfect match, but they are both mature in how they rule. So they've experienced everything this day. They wouldn't be in this position if they weren't. Because one rules with the head and one rules with the heart. It's not a perfect match, but they do mesh well just because they're on a more mature level. So I just wanted to add that. And so let's continue with this last card to wrap it up. So you trust this person, and you might go to this person for advice just because they're so honest and truthful. Don't beat around the bush. They're so blunt that it can hurt. The truth can hurt, but that's why you like this person, because they're so honest and truthful. But it could be you in a very secure position again. But I just want to caution the Mercury in retrograde. So this is a card of thinking of the way how you think, because it's logical. It's a logical card. Want to watch how you think and communicate to other people, but you also want to make sure, you know, just watch how you react to how others think and communicate with you as well. So I thank you for watching. That was quite lengthy. I apologize for that, but not too bad. Pretty good. Just a lot of people in this spread. But then again, a lot of that could be your transitioning, you know, throughout the month as well. So, but just like, again, just watch the communicating, okay? So I bid you a very fabulous month. Not too bad, not too bad. Pretty good. And I'll see you for the weeklies. Remember, it takes two to tarot. And I bid you aloha.